President Donald Trump posting on Truth Social that he will terminate the temporary protected status for Somalis in Minnesota. In his post, he says the reason is, quote, Minnesota, under Governor Walz, is a hub of fraudulent money laundering activity. I am, as the President of the United States, hereby terminating, effective immediately, the temporary protected status, TPS program, for Somalis in Minnesota. Somali gangs are terrorizing the people of that great state, and billions of dollars are missing. Send them back to where they came from. It's over, President DJT.
They knew about it for so long. Why didn't Tim Walz do anything about this?
Because the Somalis have a lot of political power in Minnesota, and they're very quick to accuse any opponents or anyone looking into their business as a racist, as an anti-immigration bigot, and therefore the political establishment in the state of Minnesota, especially the Democrats, are scared to go after Somalis for anything at all. And therefore, the Somali community has been ripping off Minnesota taxpayers to the tune of multiple billions of dollars and sending some of that money to overseas terror organizations. It has to stop.
This goes all the way back to Omar Fattah, even with Feeding Our Future. When you look back at that time, Tim Walz had the ability to do stop payments on Feeding Our Future before they stole $250 million. Omar Fattah actually ended up going out there publicly and stating that it's because our state government is actually racist. And they ended up vying through that. And if you look at Minnesota in our 2022 election, we actually had 2 statewide seats come within 1 percentage point of actually winning for Republicans. So when we're talking about 100,000 Somalis in the Somali community, but only tens of thousands of votes being the margin of victory for Republicans, that's a voter base you simply don't want to upset. But now what has it gotten to us? We are going back to, 2014 when this all started? Yeah. 2018 is when Walz enters office. But
it gets worse.
We're not talking about hundreds of millions. We're talking about billions at this point. And whistleblowers within DHS in Minnesota predict that it could exceed $6 billion.
It's just the scale. I mean, this is unprecedented. It's in a massive amount of money. And what I think has to happen now is that the president, the Secretary of State, have to take a tough look at the temporary protected status, or TPS program. You have a lot of these Somalis have come in on this program, and instead of being grateful for the opportunities that they have in the United States, they're ripping off taxpayers, taking money away from kids with autism, kids with other disabilities, and then sending it abroad to fund, in some cases, acts of terrorism. The president can shut this down tomorrow by revoking the TPS status for the Somali community in Minnesota. And let me be clear. If you are not a United States citizen and you're involved in ripping off taxpayers, you should be in jail or gone tomorrow.